Welcome back to Cheltenham and to Cheltenham Racecourse. What am I doing at the racecourse, you ask, when this is a literature festival? Well, most of the events take place in the centre of town at the Town Hall and the Everyman Theatre, but some stars are just too big. They need the biggest hall in town, which happens to be here at Cheltenham Racecourse. That star is, of course, John Barrowman, and here he is with his sister, Carol Barrowman, and co-author of your biography, Anything Goes. John, you're a man of many, many different talents, actor in television, in musicals, reality TV shows. Which is your real job?
Oh, I'm actually a janitor. That's why I'm here. No, I don't know, my real job, I guess my real job is just to entertain people. That's the one thing that, I hope people have learned from the book and that comes across, but I couldn't dream of doing anything else. For me, when I met a high school counselor and they asked me what I was going to do for my real job if things didn't work out for me, I can't repeat it on the BBC, but it was to fall on my rear, but using another word for my rear end. So, my real job is this, and long may I continue to do it because I love doing it.
Now, one of the things you've done recently has been quite a lot of reality TV. You were in Dancing on Ice, you were as a judge in How Do You Solve a Problem Like Maria, Any Dream Will Do. I think you say in the book that most actors get into reality TV shows when their careers are on the slide. Yours doesn't seem to be.
No, well, the funny thing was that they came to me and asked me to do a show like Dancing on Ice, and I said, why not? Because actually my career was on the up at that point, and I had nothing to lose. And also, I thought it was a great idea to show people that someone who's a little older could learn a new skill, and as many, many people have done since. You call the Maria program and Joseph and Nancy, although the reality, I like to call them entertainment shows. But I understand what you're saying, but I don't see being a judge as being something where your career's kind of on a turn. It kind of lets me get my kind of frustrations out a little bit in being a judge, and it's kind of cool. But yeah, I don't know. It's hopefully they'll ask me back. Maybe I'm not too harsh. I'm not a Simon Cowell. I'm not, or a Craig Revel Horwood. But I speak from the hip. I say it like it is.
Okay, Carol. Not many famous actors get their sisters to ghostwrite or help co-write their books. Is he an easy subject?
He is an easy subject because we know each other really well. But he has so many stories, and once we would get started on him telling me some stories, it would seem like we would go off on tangents, and it was a hard book to rein in. He's hard to rein in. But we had a lot of fun together. And I've said this before, but my real joy of doing this was, in our 40s, we got to really reestablish our relationship. We'd always been close as children and young adults, and now to be in our 40s and be good friends and be this close to each other, that's really been the treat for me for doing this book.
When Michael O'Mara asked me to do the book, I said to them, first off, I'm not old enough to have an autobiography, but I went away, looked at the stories, looked at all the stuff I've done, and thought, maybe it's going to be interesting to some people. And the other thing that I said to them was, if I do this, Carol has to write it, because one of the things I believe in, if you have success, you pass success on to other people. And my sister's a good writer. I love what she's written before. I've read many, many of her things and thought she'd be the perfect one to do this. So that's how it all came about.
Now, your involvement with Doctor Who and Torchwood has sort of taken your fame in this country to a new level. We filmed earlier you signing books. I mean, there was an enormous number of people queuing up. I've no idea how many books you signed. Do you find that level of celebrity hard to deal with sometimes?
No, not at all. I'm absolutely, I love it. I came into this industry to work, and my work has led to celebrity and led to fame. And that's why I sit there for hours or for however long it takes. I sign all the autographs because I feel it's important for me to say thank you to people who have put me where I am. I have no problem with this. This is what I've always wanted to do from being a child, and I'm actually living my dream, and so it's important for me to try and make other people's dreams come true.
And Carol, not many people listening to this might realise it, but you two are actually Scots. You were born in Glasgow, and you can, according to John, according to the book, you're both bi-dialectical.
Yes, don't you love that word? The English professor and me, when we were talking about how would we describe our Scottish accent and talking to each other in Scottish, so we decided we'd be bi-dialectical, because we talk to each other like this, and then we talk to other people as Americans.
Yeah, friends and family understand when we speak like this, but people who only know me as the American John don't understand. But when I go up to Scotland and I speak with my family, my relatives, I speak with a Scottish accent. My nieces and nephews think that we're just bizarre.
Just weird. Yeah.
We're just weird.
They know lots of good words in Scottish, though.
They do.
A lot of
but
good
we won't
words.
repeat those on the BBC.
Well, it's quite spooky listening to both of you switch from American to Scottish, but thank you both indeed very much, John Barrowman and Carol.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.